Hello and welcome to the answer video where I'm gonna answer the questions you gave to me a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago, depending on where you asked me, on my Q&A video, which you could have seen on my channel and in your subscription box. So let's get on to it. And as you can see, the background to this is me playing Diablo 2. So before you all get up into my face about it, I'm playing on settings for 8 players alone, and it's a hardcore character, so in your face. Now let's get started with this, shall we? First question is from Hellblade. How much Omega could an Alpha P Omega if an Alpha P could Omega Alpha P? Well, I was always rubbish at maths, but I think the answer should be something like sine omega? I don't know, something like that. Murkom wanted to know if I could answer how I have fallen for Paradox games, because he can't explain it to his friends. Well, actually, I got my first Paradox game by a complete accident. There's this magazine coming out in Czech Republic, which I was getting as a kid. I even had it prepaid and delivered to my home, which is called Score. And they were giving out free games with each of the magazine. Now, when I see the magazine from time to time when I'm shopping, they're giving like free DVDs and there are 4 free games with each one. Well, we didn't have that back then. We had just one CD, and there were mostly demos and maybe some really old arcade games on it. However, I bought it in the year, I think it was 2007 or 2006 even, and they had this promotion with Paradox Interactive, and they were giving out free Europa Universalis free with each Score magazine. So I bought it because I was kind of looking at the package while I was waiting for the cashier to deal with the people waiting in front of me, and actually, I got interested in it because I always loved strategies, and I bought it just because of the packaging. And then I started playing it, and I was really amazed by the amount of details and historical accuracy the game had in the beginning anyways. So that's how I found about them, and how I have fallen in love with them, I guess. Well, it's because these games give you a free hand in a magnitude that most other games don't. I really consider almost every strategy game that Paradox has ever done to be a work of art, and there's really little strategy games that would have this amount of things you can do in them. I can think of just some, like Homeworld was really groundbreaking in this magnitude for me, and probably I really liked Warcraft 2, but that's a really old game. But for me it was groundbreaking in the time, and yeah, I guess these two games come up when I try to compare the amount of amazement I got from Europa Universalis free. And I've fallen in love with them because they don't force you to do anything. You just you do whatever you want. That's really something that most games don't give you. Usually you have a mission, or you have some kind of a goal you have to achieve, and there's nothing like that in Europa Universalis free. They added the missions later on, however, you know, the only goal you have is to survive and do whatever you want to. So that's what I appreciate about it, and that's the same in Victoria 2 and other games. Yeah, I guess that would be my answer. It's boring, but it's my answer. And he also wants to know when I retired my childhood teddy. Well, as I live in Czech Republic, we don't really have teddy bears here. My girlfriend is sleeping with a giant elephant I bought for her in IKEA. But I guess the closest thing to my childhood teddy would be probably which one? I had this toy monkey I used to play with, which was, it wasn't really a stuffed animal, it was more like a shaped thing. When we were playing with toy soldiers with my friends, we always pretended that it's a giant King Kong monster that's killing and throwing tanks and shit around. But the closest thing would probably be this dolphin I had. It was bright pink, and I call it Philip. I actually don't know what happened with it. I guess when we were moving it kind of disappeared. But I have this vague recollection I was sleeping with it when I was like 6 or 7. And then it just kind of disappeared. Huh, never really thought about it for a long time. But I guess I didn't retire it. It probably just, you know, my parents let it go free in the wild or something. So yeah, that's that's what happened to my childhood teddy. Jewish Kamikaze want to know what are the chances of you buying Sword of the Stars 2 when it gets fixed. Well, the chances are slim, to be honest, because I never even played Sword of the Stars 1. So I have no idea how good or bad the game is. So if you want to get me hooked up, either donate the game to me or send me a, I don't know, video link. But I wanted to check it because I saw this name a couple of times on Steam and on YouTube when I was browsing it. So I might check it out, but so far the chances are not really all that high because I have no idea about what the game is all about. But this is where you guys come, you know, in the show. So just send me an LP or do whatever you want. Just kind of introduce me to the game and I'll check it out. And what are your chances of you doing an LP of Wiki 2 with the expansion? Well, kinda high. I actually am torn between doing the expansion right now because it just came out. We were talking about this with RC because we wanted to renew our LPing together. However, the problem is that all Paradox games are kinda buggy when they came out. They need a lot of patching and we're not sure if the game is ready now. And furthermore, a lot of things that we really liked about Age of Colonialism mod, which we were using, are not inside the expansion now. Inside House Divided. So I'm not sure. I didn't even check the game. Paradox gave me a copy, but I haven't even tried it yet. So I can't. I watched some reviews, but as usual, they suck and they don't give you enough information to understand what this game will be like. They were just mostly fanboy yapping. So I don't know. But I will probably do another Victoria Let's Play for sure. I'm not happy with the way the Belgium LP ended. So I'm either gonna do a single player of Belgium or a multiplayer of Belgium, and we're gonna try to fix it. But if we manage to get it working in some time, and if the Age of Colonialism will be changed and amended to work on House Divided, then it would be fucking awesome. And the last question he had, it was, what is the secret to good tea? Well, I don't know, man. I've been searching for that for like 14 years now, and I still don't know. I guess probably what... I'm really terrible when it comes to drinking tea, because when I was younger, I was really into it. I was going to the tea houses, and we had this little tea house in my home city, and they knew us by name because we spent so much money and so much time in there. It was this really cozy place. It was always devoid of people, and we could talk with my friends for hours and hours. And we actually set up a record of how much we spend there in one day and how long we sat there in one day. But right now I'm just drinking mostly black tea with lemon and black tea with milk, both with an insane amount of sugar, and it's really strong because I rarely take the sack out in the first 5 to 10 minutes, so my girlfriend refuses to drink it with me because it's fucking terrible. So I guess I don't know, but I'm seriously thinking that I'm addicted to tea because I got these headaches which usually don't go away, and I kinda connected them with me not drinking tea that day. So yeah, I seriously think I'm addicted to tea. So I can answer your question, but I guess it's up to you to try. And if you find a secret to a good tea, let me know. Oh, but I wanted to say the tea house story that I figured out then that it's all about the tea. You have to buy a good tea. So even if I buy this black tea, I buy the best I can get my hands on. I'm drinking English tea or Earl Grey, and I usually go by the price. I have a favorite brand, which is called Old English Tea or something like that. It's and they're having a grey box. I just grab it all the time, and so it's all about the taste. Don't buy shitty tea. Buy good tea. Okay, GK is asking, after all your campaigns, how do you keep EU3 and EU Rome fun? Well, actually, when I was watching some parts of my EU3 Let's Play, in retrospect, I'm kind of amazed you guys really watched it all. I don't know if there's anyone who watched it all, because the view count is kind of chaotic. There's 6 episodes which is around 600 views, and there's suddenly one that is like 1,000. So I think most people were skipping in the later parts to just see how the war ended and stuff. But I'm kind of happy about how my channel is turning from me sheepishly talking to the microphone and not being able to speak in front of you guys to actually having an idea what I want to do. And I'm kind of having a lot of fun, and I think that EU Rome is really good in the way that it gives me story. And I kind of figured out that my Let's Plays are most fun for me when I follow a story. So the Rome campaign is the best thing for me because I can follow a story. And in the later parts of EU3, you could see that I try to create a history for my nation. And the same goes for other games. You have no idea how much I would like to LP Rome Total War with Europa Barbarorum expansion. That's my favorite Total War game. And Europa Barbarorum makes it insanely interesting. I play it on the maximum difficulty, and it's a struggle for survival, and everyone's just trying to fuck you up, and all the trade and everything. There's incredible stories encompassed in that. However, I can't, because my computer can handle recording the game, so that's so frustrating. But I have a lot of games in my table where I keep the CDs, old games which had insane good stories, so like Planescape Torment or Omicron Nomad Souls. I'm kinda thinking about making an LP of these games, even though they're old. I'm not sure if you guys know them, and I would be glad to share these stories with you. And I'm gonna focus when I'm gonna start new LPs on the story element even more, so you're in for a treat, I would say. Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. Just know that I'm shifting more to in these parts, and I'm more interested in connecting my LP all together and having a thin red line going right through it. So that's my answer, GK. I tried to find a story in my LPs and my campaigns. String 182 asked me, you said you worked at an airport. What do you do there? And are you studying at a university? What are you studying? Well, yeah, I'm a working student because unlike some people I know, I actually am on my own since my 19th birthday, where I moved from Pilsen to Prague, and I started caring for my shit and paying my own bills. So I have to work because I have to eat, and there's nobody gonna pay my electricity bill and you know, stuff like that. Like when my washing machine breaks down, I have to pay for the repair or buy a new one. So I actually am no longer working at an airport. I was working there for 4.5 years. I'm what they call business travel agent, which means I am in charge of setting up all the details for business travel. You know, when people go to a meeting or conference somewhere, I'm dealing with airplane tickets, airlines, I'm booking hotels, car rental shit, and all this you can imagine I'm doing on a daily basis. And by the way, that's why I'm so interested in airline sim and how I find the game. But that's what I did. I was working at an airport as an emergency sort of a guy who dealt with this shit during the nights, and who did it during weekend. And I'm still doing that. I'm working most of weekends now, and Fridays evening and Mondays evenings. But they cancelled, and they closed the office we had on the airport and moved us to the city center because the office wasn't. Well, we made a ton of profit, but they figured out that we can do the same in the city center where they didn't have to pay in slaves and gold for us being there. So, but I was doing that. I'm still doing that, and I'm studying on Charles University. I'm studying what is called Territorial Studies of the Northern Hemisphere. It's basically politics, history, economy of random countries above the equatorial. So this year I had my exams from European Union and what was the other one? I already forgot. Security problems of the Western world. And there was one more. Wait. Yeah, there was integration. Yeah, integration behind the European Union, and the current problems of European Union and the security problems of the Western world. So these are the things I'm studying. It's kind of a it's a really interesting thing. I want to study it because I really am into this stuff. I love history, I love politics, I love economy, I love to travel, I love all this shit. But so far I'm still undecided where I'm gonna head from now, because I have to apply for my master's degree in the next not master's degree, but master program in the next 14 days. And I'm thinking I'm gonna probably go for the security studies, you know, about terrorism, and I'm kind of interested in things like nuclear power plants, and oil problems, and you know, all trade with the energy supplies and stuff like that. So I might go for that, or I would like to go for Middle Eastern studies, because that's probably the closest thing to my heart right now. So yeah, that's for your question. Ihapo wants to know that after a year of watching your videos, can you show a picture of yourself? No, I can't. Gamer vid for you. Are you going to get CK2? Well, by this time, 3 weeks ago, when you asked that, I already had it. So I already have it right now. I already had it back then. So yeah, that's your answer. Zupanitskar wants to know, I wish I had a question. So he doesn't have a question. your German friend was wondering what I study too, so there was your answer. You already have it. Dragon Noodle 1 would like to know how old are you? Well, you can see that on my channel. I'm not lying. I'm 24 right now, 24 and a half. I'm gonna be 25th in August. I was born in 14th of August, 1987. So I'm probably yeah, I think I'm older than like 90% of my subscribers, according to the Google Analytics and according to you guys. I don't know if you're lying in this stuff, but I know that I'm one of the older LPers on YouTube, and I'm mostly older than people who are watching my LPs. Hellraider has no question for me, so thanks to you, dude, for watching, by the way. EduKill86 has a question, yeah, if I'm gonna buy Victoria House Divided. Yeah, I already have it. And other question, what are you studying? History? Yes, I already answered that. So yes, I study history. Doomsday 244 had a lot of questions. How is your life at university? Well, it's really bad, I have to be honest, because putting up work and study program and all these things connected with that, that's kind of hard, so it's no fun. But I really enjoy my studies and I like my work, so I can't complain and I'm making it work. Yeah, that's probably the fastest answer I can give you. Will you make an LP of Victoria to House Divided? Yeah, you have your answer, as you mentioned. I already answered it. Are you able to speak a little bit German? Ja, ich spreche Deutsch, aber mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. I had like 6 years of German on my high school, and I was an idiot. I hated it, and I didn't learn anything, and most of what I did, I forgot. But to all my German subscribers, I'm saying this. I made a vow that I'm gonna learn German, and I'm gonna master in it. I actually have the highest possible certificate I can get from British Council in English. I have the C2 certificate, which means I'm well, in an imaginary world anyways, but I should be on the same level as native speakers. And I think that my German is really bad, but I want to get it at least somewhere near that level in the next 5 years. And I'm actually, if I'm not gonna make it to the master's degree, I made a pledge that I'm gonna go and study German for a year extensively and prepare for the university. So whole next 3 years on the university, or 2 years if I'll get there this year, I will dedicate to German. So I want to learn it. What do you think is better, McDonald's or Burger King? Well, KFC, dude. Sorry. And most of all, Subway. I'm not the McDonald's or Burger King guy. But actually, my Turkish friends like Burger King and they're insanely in love with it. And I know why, because every time I go to Turkey, the Burger King there is cheap as dirt. It's the cheapest food and it's so good. So we love it when we go abroad with my girlfriend. But here in Czech, Burger King is expensive as shit and it's not even all that good. So if I had to choose between McDonald's and Burger King, I would choose Burger King. But other than that, I avoid these fast food places and I eat at Subway if I want fast food. And what's the difference between the three? Well, that depends. Did you accidentally do the whole thing or didn't you? After you answer that, I'll get back to you. The noob 9076 want to know what languages I speak. Dutch, perhaps? No, I don't. I don't speak Dutch. I speak Czech, as that's my first language. I'm fluent in Slovakian, as I'm not. I'm passive in Slovakian. I can perfectly understand Slovakian. I can understand Polish as well and some Russian. I speak a bit German, and for 3 years now I've been learning Turkish. So these are the languages I know. I also have 4 years of Latin, but I wouldn't say I speak it. And if I manage, my goal is to be fluent in Czech, English, German, and Turkish. And after I'm done with these, I will either study Russian or Chinese or Spanish. I haven't really set my mind it, but my girlfriend is speaking Spanish, and it's a really nice language. So I might go for Russian or Chinese because it's kind of serious between us. So I'm kind of counting on her speaking Spanish, and I should set my mind somewhere where she doesn't. So. Hotiles want to know which country in Europe would you like to live in, travel to, and what do you know about Sweden? And finally, what do you study? So I'll start from the end. You know what I study now. And which country in Europe would you like to live in? Well, I have to admit, I would like to live sometime in Turkey, especially in Istanbul, not somewhere else. I love Istanbul, so I would like to live in Istanbul. If you count it as Europe, I do. And I would like to live in London for at least a year. And well, when I was traveling, I really liked Finland. So I would like to live in Finland if I could, and I would like to buy a country house in Finland, but yeah, probably these countries I would like to try. And if we don't talk about Europe, I would like to live in Hong Kong. I would like to spend some time in Japan, and maybe Namibia. That's a weird one, but from my business travel career, I kind of have I kind of think high of Namibia, so I would like to spend some time there. And what do I know about Sweden? Well, I know a lot. You probably know much more based on the fact that you're probably from Sweden. But I know a lot about your history because I was tested. It's one of the things I took in my second year on university. So I kind of had to learn all of your history, everything about your conquest and colonization of Finland, the way the Christians came to Sweden, all the kings, all the wars that Sweden waged during the years, the defeat and losing of the Finland, the Second World War, and even the modern politics. So I'm not an expert, but I know quite a lot about Sweden. But again, not as much as you, for sure. You have lots. Ridicule asks. You have lots played EU games from BC to 900 AD. What's your favorite non-EU game related epoch in history? Well, I would have to say this one we're living in now, because I'm not one of the guys who is imagining what it was like in Middle Ages or ancient times and how nice it had to be. No, it was not nice. There was no antibiotics. There was the plague. People killed each other on the streets and burned and stoned each other. So I'm kind of happy living here right now. So we got a man on the moon, and we have a space station orbiting Earth, and we got all these antibiotics who are slowly stop. They no longer work, which creeps the fuck out of me thinking about that. But I think this is the highest point we've ever got into, and that's why I'm kind of happy to live here. I'm not sure if we could get much farther based on the fact how we're fucking up the planet and each other, but I hope we will. History Holland asks me, who do you support, the People's Front of Judea or the Judeans People's Front? Well, that's a tough one. But actually, I'll go with the Popular Front. That's my favorite one. Christ the Basileus asks me, will you make a 1,000 subscriber special, because you are pretty close to making it? Well, yeah, I plan to, but I have no idea what it's gonna be. I might start a new Let's Play, or I might make a video, or I just might talk to you guys, or I might do something wacky. I have no idea. But 1,000 is a nice number. Actually, I never thought I'll make it to 900, and I never thought I'll make it to 100, so every subscriber I get is a blessing, provided that he's not a dick and troll and whatever. What do you know of Bulgaria? I'm just interested in others' point of view. Well, again, as with Sweden, I had a class about the Balkans, so I kind of had to look deeper into the history of Bulgaria. Well, I don't have like a point of view. You would have to be more specific what I think about it, or what I know about it. I know most of your modern history and most of the Middle Age history I'm familiar with. So yeah, well, during European Union, that's good, and I kind of admire our country for what it's been through and how it dealt with the insane amount of shit it's gotten. But again, every country in history got so much shit. So yeah, that's you'd have to be more specific. Chris the Basileus asked me, when will you show us your face? Well, I wanted to say never, but let's make a promise that you guys will make me regret one day. When I reach 5,000 subscribers, I'm gonna make a live cam show of my face. Shin Emperor has a couple of questions. What was the first strategy game you ever played? Oh god, that would have to be Dune 2. I still have that game somewhere, and I ran it on DOSBox a couple of years ago, and I had a shitload of fun playing it. So, Dune 2. Do you guys even know what that game is? Most of the guys that's watching my videos should be around 16 years. Like, I played this game when you were born in the same time. Do you have a preferred developer? Well, no, I guess I'll have to go with Paradox being the best one, because I play most of it, but I played Total War series, and you know, every developer has a potential to make an awesome game. I have a lot of favorite games, and it's not about the developers, it's about how they approach each of the game. Like, I fucking hate EA Sports, but they participated on Need for Speed Underground, which was an awesome game, and you can find a lot of these examples everywhere. So it's not about preferred developer, but yeah, I think that the closest one to players right now would be probably Paradox, and I'm mostly playing their games lately, so if you call that preferred, I will have to say. That's it. What kind of game do you not like? Except for those that suck balls, I would probably have to say I generally don't like games like NHL and FIFA and I don't know, NBA and these kinds of games. I like racing games like Need for Speed, but I get somewhat irritated by the fact that you can crash and crash and crash and again and nothing happens. But that's part of the fun. That's true. And I am usually not in love with a millionth and one copy of Half-Life. I'm deeply involved with Half-Life series, but generally I don't play all that many shooter games, so they would be probably like the least favorite. But again, I loved System Shock 2 and I loved Half-Life, and I played a lot of these games. I love Doom and these games, so it's kind of hard. There's no like genre I don't like. So probably, yeah, I would have to say it's a sports game. I'm not a fan of sports game. If you had to pick challenge or fun, well, definitely challenge, because challenge is fun for me. So definitely challenge. Why do you do LPs? Well, fuck. that's a good question. I have several theories, and one of them is that most of, when I started watching LPs on YouTube, what drive me insane is that these guys were doing good commentary and everything, but for fuck's sakes they were playing on easy, and I was thinking like, come on, someone has to play on hard, but I had so much trouble finding anyone who would play at least on normal. So that kind of drive me to make LPs, and lately I'm making LPs because it's fun, and because I really appreciate every comment, and I love meeting you guys and hanging with you, and I actually made some pretty good friends on based on my channel. So I met a lot of interesting people, and it's always fun to see subscribers rising. Actually, that may have sounded a bit weird. I'm not subscriber hoarding. I said this many times, but I would rather have 200 really active subscribers that watch my stuff and that actually comment and talk about the things I do, and send me messages, and play with me in multiplayer and leave me messages and hints and stuff like that, than 2,000 or 20,000 subscribers who are like a black mass. I just see a number and there's no one behind it. So I'm really happy for each comment and everything, but not because I would be happy like you validated, but because it feels like I'm building a community, and you guys enjoy the same things as I do, and you have different opinions on the same things. We can talk about it. That's the fun, getting some reaction from the internet. TN270585 ask, what is the Czech national dish, if you have any? Well, we have a lot of national dishes, but mostly all of them are really unhealthy. We make a lot of sauces with meat and what's called Czech dumpling. It's probably you never saw it. Just Google Czech dumpling. And we also make these things are general. You can find some of these in Poland and in Germany, and so it's hard to say what's like truly Czech. But I would say we make a lot of sauces, and we tend to fry everything, and like we have a fried cheese, which is kind of special to Czech, I guess. But again, you can find it anywhere else. It's hard to say what's like a Czech national dish. We have special way how to prepare pork. We have some special pork food, and we eat a lot of things like potatoes and stuff like that. So I think you can find this better on Wikipedia. I'm not a really good cook, so I can't really answer that. But yeah, we have a Czech cuisine is really delicious. Everyone who came here to visit me really admired Czech cuisine, but also they gained like 10 kilos in 1 week because, well, Czech people have the highest mortality on colon cancer and stomach cancer and intestine cancer in the world because we consume so much meat and fat. So it's delicious, but it's really unhealthy. The Kaiser of Rome has several questions. Have you ever been to a different country? Yes, I do travel a lot actually. I traveled. Well, I've been in the United States. I've been in Spain, United Kingdom, France. I've been in Germany, Italy. I've been on Slovakia, in Hungary. I've been in Turkey. I've been in Bulgaria, Sweden, Finland, Denmark. I've been in... Oh, is that all? Yeah, I think that's all. These countries I've been in. And... Oh, that's probably... Oh, I've been in Poland too. Of course, Poland. I knew I forgot something major. I've been in Poland. So I travel a lot, and I like traveling, and every time I have the opportunity, I travel. But lately, it's mostly Turkey, because that country is really special to me. What do you use to record your gameplay? Oh god, this is such a frequent question. I use Fraps, Camtasia Studio, and sometimes Audacity Studio for sound recording. Is there a very strong sense of national pride in Czech Republic? No, we have no sense of national pride. Actually, Czech nation is called the broken nation. We've had so much shit in the past 100 years happening to us, or not the 100 years, like 150 years, rooting deep in Austria-Hungary, then the Nazis coming, destroying the Czechoslovakia, then we rebuild it in the Soviet Union, break it again, and then the dissolution between Czech Republic and Slovakian Republic. So Czech nation is really called the broken nation. We have almost no... You rarely see anyone who will say, I'm Czech and I'm proud of it. You mostly hear people saying, well, I come from Prague, or like, I'm a European. But no, not really. It's not strong at all. What are your interests? I read a lot. I like my work and I like my school. I like computer games, obviously. I like to watch a movie, but I hate TV, so I never watch TV. I always download or borrow the TV series and movies of the internet. Well, I like to learn about different cultures. I love to travel. I love art, but I have no sense for art whatsoever. But I'm trying, and my friends involved somehow in art are trying, to make me understand at least a bit. So I love hanging out with friends and going to galleries. What else? And it's all the normal shit people do all the time. I don't have like a specific weird interest, like I don't know, collecting dead cats or anything. So pretty much average Joe. If you get married, what's going to happen to your channel? Well, you probably have to ask my wife. To clarify, I'm not married. But I have a girlfriend. We're living together for 2.5 years, and we've been together for 3 years. And she kind of is... based on the amount of time I'm giving to my YouTube channel, would you guess that she has a problem with it? No, she's really tolerant, so I guess nothing's gonna change when I get married. But it's gonna be up to her, Now saying this, no, I cannot say, Trey Atkins, you are the most beautiful man in the world and I love you. What's your favorite book or movie? Oh god. Well, my favorite book would probably be The Little Prince. And wait, I have to think about this book's name. I like Haruki Murakami, so I really like Hardboiled, The End of the World and Hardboiled Wonderland. It's one of my favorite books, and I liked. I always mess up. I always mess up the directions, but I think it's south from the border, west from the sun. That's one of my favorite books. Really, like the top notch. I really like 1984, and I like the mechanical piano. Which books I like. I have a huge collection of books, and I love reading. But there's not these four books are the ones that come to mind when I think about my favorite books. And movies. Oh God. Well, I love a lot of movies. I love Vanilla Sky. I like Mr. Nobody. I like The Green Mile. I like Matrix, the first Matrix. I like... Jesus, I have so many favorite movies. I like Monty Python's movies. I liked V for Vendetta. Jesus, there's so many movies I like. Which ones I would talk about? Oh man, which one? Well, I liked Inception, and I really liked... Oh, what was that one called? Oh, I love Big Lebowski, but everyone loves Big Lebowski. And I liked... it's not Reservoir Dogs. There was one of these movies which was really good. I can't remember now. I'm a big fan of Terminator Quadrilogy. I really like Butterfly Effect and Fifth Element. I have so many favorite movies, you know. So it's hard to say, but these movies I would definitely say are one of my favorites. Of course I also liked like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Free Iron. I really liked. Man, what was it called? Can't remember. Well, but also films. Like Pulp Fiction and you know all the good movies. I actually really like watching movies, so probably everything you can think about I've saw. And if you have a good movie to recommend, my channel messages and are always open. Like somebody actually somebody told me about the movie called King Arthur. I watched it and it was really good. So you know, if you ever have a good movie and watch it, just remember Alpha's there. Just drop me a message and I'll watch it, because you know, finding out good movies is always hard. TN270508. What LPs do you watch yourself? Well, I don't like LPs. I shouldn't say that, but I have this urge to say that most LPs on YouTube suck balls. They do, but some of the LPers I've met are really good, and you can find really good gems on YouTube. I'm a huge fan of several YouTubers. I love Jeff Major, and I've watched pretty much everything he ever made. I watched almost all of his streams as well. I really like a guy called Johnny Nodolf. I'm not sure if you guys heard of him. He's been silent for over a year now, but he had really good LP of Amnesia and Dead Space and other horror games. So I really like his. I of course watch the guys I'm recommending. So I consider some of them my personal friends. So I watch Mind of Science's LPs. I watch LPs of Winterwolf. I watch LPs of Richie James and Benny Minister. And from the other ones, I I like Get Daved. Some of his strategy LPs are really good. There's this guy you probably never heard of. He's one of my favorite LPers, but he made like 2 LPs and none of them were finished. But I found him because he made an LP of Dune 2. He's called JT Lost, and I hoped he would resume LPing, but he never did. He was pretty good. It's probably all. Oh, I forgot about Eber Hunter, but he's also on my recommended list, so he's really good. Yeah, I watched some of Plum Helmet's punk videos. That's pretty much it. I rarely see an LP that I would really like. So these guys I do watch. I watched some of German Wehrmacht's. Well, yeah, these are probably all. I'm not really into LPs, to be honest. And you guys probably know that most of them are shit anyway, so yeah. Tour of your local area and Czech landscape. Oh god, no, I don't want to do that. Well, local area, I live in Prague, which is the capital of Czech Republic. I live in the outer, I would call it the outer inner Prague. It's not the center, but it's not the suburbs. I live in a family house in the older. It's an older house. It was built like in 1930s, but it's a family house. They remade it several times. And Czech landscape. What would you want to know about Czech landscape? Google it, dude, or ask more direct questions. This is like, you want a geography description, or I don't know, what would you like? You're planning vacation, or I really don't know what you want to hear. Asan Popov has several questions. Are you nationalistic? No, not at all. Any Czech national dishes? I talked about that already. Do you watch animes and or read mangas? No, not at all. But I try to, but I never really got into it. Like, I really liked High School of the Dead. That one really is kick-ass manga or anime. I still, don't know. Actually, what I think animes are animated, and manga is when it's drawn. Hello. So I watch High School of the Dead, but I don't really get most of the things in the other animes. Like, maybe you could recommend some good. I would watch them, definitely give them a try. But every time I try to see something, it was this weird thing that I was like, what the fuck is that? Why don't you show your face in any of your videos? Because I'm not, I don't. Oh god. I'm irritated by people talking on YouTube about random shit. There's like a fuckload of people making money off YouTube talking about shit nobody gives a fuck about. And they're so annoying. It's always some douche who looks like an ass talking about his opinions I don't give a fuck about. And every time I stumble about this video, I'm just like, no, I don't want to become one of these guys. So, no, I really don't want to make this like a vlog or something. There's this prototype of women who are on YouTube, like Miss Hannah Minx, who show tits and gain subscribers on that and talk about random shit. She actually talks about Japan, so that might be interesting if you're into that kind of stuff. But let's not pretend people watch that because she talks about Japanese language. Just check the comments. And there are tons of these horrific women just like cam whoring on YouTube, and fuck, that makes me so annoyed every time I get directed to any of them. So that's my reason. What is your stance on ACTA and SOPA? no, no at all. So I actually don't give a fuck, and I relate to Jeff Major who talks about this. There's been a shitload of things like that, and as far as I can remember, they never passed. People, it's just like a spam people have been giving me, and I don't want to deal with it. And to be honest, I actually see people talking in public about how they pirate games and movies and stuff like that. And for fuck's sake, if you do that, how can you be, you know, surprised that the government and these, you know, this whole thing is just so irritating because everybody pirates game. I'm not gonna say I never pirated the game, but now I buy them because I earn enough money to do so. And even if I did pirate the game and I liked it, I would buy it eventually because I have this stance that, you know, I now understand, being almost 25, that they have to live off something, and if everybody pirated games, they could never make them. And yes, there's some really awesome free games, but guys, seriously, you don't expect the indie genre to make the best games, don't you? Or the indie films to be best? How could you make Matrix without investing millions of dollars? So if you people in the world are so stupid that you're gonna publicly announce everywhere how you pirate, then don't be surprised that the government and the movie and gamers lobby will try to stop that. I can't blame them, and I don't think it will pass, but for fuck's sakes, you know what I mean. Does Prague have like the best beer ever? No, Pilsen does. What's your favorite historical figure? That's the question from King of Bones. Well, I don't have any. I don't really have any. I have a couple of people I admire, but it's not like they would be my historical favorite figures. I really like some Turkish sultans, who I think were incredible, magnificent people. And I like some Czech kings, and I like our first Czech president, Mr. Masaryk. I liked several, not liked, I still like several of the presidents from the United States, like Roosevelt. I like Wilson. I kind of like Kennedy. In Russia, I probably liked some of the Tsars, but can't figure out like this which one I would. Probably Peter the Great, he was great, you know. And yeah, you know, I admire a lot of people, but there's no one like a favorite guy. So there's no favorite one, but I have some people I really like in the history. But you know, the more you learn about these people, you always find something you dislike. So Mona Abe asked me if I do really love her. Yes, I do really love you. I do, with all my heart. Roser140 asked me, are you going further with Let's Play European Universalis for Divine Wind Holland? Yes, I am. I've done all I could to focus on it, because I didn't want this gap, but it's hard. Jacket and NQ Lucky Strike I'm playing it with, we never meet. So it's really hard to continue, but I've made it priority number one for me and NQ to do that, and we just need to catch Jacket online. And we're gonna continue it. I want to finish that LP definitely. One Hussein Kaphetan asked me, will you be recording another European Universalis free MP Let's Play? Yes, I already do that. I have like 5 already recorded, but as I was sick during the first two sessions, I have to comment on them make a post commentary for them. And that's kind of hard and boring, so I have to force myself to do that. But I'm still recording, and I'm gonna upload it soon, I guess. Don't know when, but I'm really like stalling in this one. But I will definitely, because you know I have no space left on my external hard drive because it's full of fucking fraps files. And key XR225522 ask me, Crusader Kings is out. You've been making LP. Yes, I will. And I'm gonna have to say this. If you guys are not gonna stop spamming me with this question, I'm gonna start banning you. Because you have no idea how many messages and comments on Steam and on YouTube and on my channel and in my inbox and on Alfa's free forums and everywhere you guys can reach me, you all ask me, Crusader Kings 2. Guys, seriously, what the fuck? I said it many times, I will. But you're just turning me away of it. And just stop spamming me, okay? So, now when I'm done answering your questions, I'll ask you guys some questions. Do you have the favorite movies or good books? Just recommend them, or the good games. Just keep them coming. I'm really a fan of these things and good games and everything, so keep suggesting, but just stop spamming me. Just if you have a game you want me to play, just send me a message. But you know, if like think everybody's gonna ask me about Crusader Kings 2. Everybody does. So if you have other games, I'm really open-minded in this. But when Crusader Kings 2 came out, I really understood Jeff Major and why he bans people for suggesting games, because it's fucking insane.